looks through you. This
is Young Lean Doer. This is a day in the life. What's up Spotify? What's up Rap Caviar? We're in Stockholm, in Sweden. What time is it? 11:18. Time to hustle. Get up.
Another night en route.
Got the boxing bug. I got addicted. Now it's the only sort of routine workout that I have ever held on to for a long time. You can do it anywhere, you can skip rope anywhere, you can shadow box anywhere. If there's a bag somewhere, you can always work out. But it's good to have routines before you do something big, you know? The idea is just to write songs, write them as good as possible, and write it as honest as possible. And then I guess the world kind of comes forth when the album is done. And you can see that it is a world. And I just want to write good songs, you know? I think I'm Your Dirt, I'm Your Love is my favorite one. Because it's so, when you hear it, you hear it. I'm really happy with the lyrics. I'm happy with the vibe. It really makes sense. Makes sense is a bad word, but it's, I don't know, it feels classic. It feels endless. Maybe the intro. Babyface Maniacs could be a good one as well, but I think just the intro of, or maybe Terminator Symphony, the last song. Lessons from Above. I don't know, there's a lot of good ones.
Jonatan.
The older I got, the more I would live like a retired man in Stockholm. And being retired in Stockholm is pretty good. It's pretty chill. There's a lot of old people in this area, and I just kind of blend in with whatever they're doing, you know? But there's a lot of activities you can do. It's a slow city, you know, Europe is slow. And this part of town, Vasastan, that's where Astrid Lindgren lived, who wrote Pippi Långstocking and Karlsson på taket, Bröderna Lejonhjärta. 2025 so far, it's been wild. It's been fucking insane, I'm not gonna lie. My 2025 started in Washington State. I celebrated New Year's with Salma Hayek. Good start. And her husband and family, and my friend White Armor, and Ludwig, and our ex-girlfriends. And then we went to LA when the fires happened. So we were there when the fires happened, and we managed to escape right before that. So the year started with some Hayek fire and then Globen. Then I came home to Stockholm and we started rehearsing for the show. And yeah, it's the year of the snake. Shedding skin. So the idea for this album was to take my time and work on it for 3 years. Also, not working with the usual people. There's no White Armor or Good or Sherman, and it's been new people. The whole idea was that I wanted to strip it down, you know, instead of having 10 things or like an intricate beat or whatever. I just wanted to have a guitar and song and then build from there. So it's a quite simple album, but also meaningful. and honest. Pure, yeah, pure. The outfit it's what I wear. It's my Fred Perry shirt that I had in the music video for Machines. Then I had these leather gloves and then the big jacket. And yeah, it was cold in New York. I mean, I was swagging, but it was also the only clothes I had. So it's a mixture of, swagging, but it's what you have. You know when people see photos of Adam Sandler and everyone's like, whoa, he's going crazy. I think he's not really going crazy. He's just picking up what's on his floor. Following trends is a very dangerous thing. Because then you're just looking at what everyone else is doing. And you look like you're a fool if you're too early, you look like you're a fool if you're too late. So you just have to be in line with all the other sheep. And there's a very short time where everything is trendy. I do feel now that they're younger. I didn't know that. For a long time I felt like they were our age. Now, I went to church yesterday and I listened to this organ player. They played jazz på svenska. It was really good. And then I go outside the church and there's a bunch of kids wanting to take photos and they're so young. But when you're that young, they're even more swaggy, They have like the makeup and the little stars things and the tattoos. When you're a fan in that age, you can really go in and have an idol. So I guess when you get a little older, then you get a little embarrassed to be a fan, I was a huge fan. I mean, me and Walter slept in my dad's car and saw Lil B when we were 14, Odd Future, MF Doom. And that's when you're really a fan, So I think it's a beautiful thing to be a fan. Not something to be embarrassed about at all. The tea was good. The tea was interesting. So right now we're gonna go to behind Daisy's fast food place where Joakim Ojanen has a ceramics studio where I go as much as I can when I'm at home and do little clay sculptures.
I'm your third, I'm your love.
Ska jag till vänster här? Rakt fram här.
I started 2017, I think. It was the first time I got sober. I think I got sober in 2016. And then I relapsed a couple of times, went back to the drinking and the druggy ways. But the first time was 2017 and I said, all right, now I have all this new energy and I want to do ceramics and boxing. And I started boxing and ceramics and that's what we've done today. Some of the sculptures that I've done a lot more that I've brought back, but these are the ones that have been finished and been put in the oven and glazed. They're quite silly little monsters. This is a man with a smiley man with chest pants. And this is a Swedish monster with a gold chain and a little cross on his head, but he's two-faced. It's also sad. This one I'm really fond of. When I do drawings, I always do these little spikes. And then this one is like a little cathedral in its own. It's like a church. And then we have the little goblin. To me, he's Italian for some reason. And his name is Pincino Grouchko. And it has kind of a pirate flag here. All in all, I've done like maybe 70 of these pieces. When me and Mickey did like Ginseng Strip in our first songs, and we would always sit and say, oh, this sounds like a strip club in some ancient city in China. And then, like Ginseng, like that's how we would come up with titles.
Like rebus.
Yeah, basically, and I guess every instrumental that Mickey and Axel and Ludwig made, I I saw my own images. What would become the lyrics, and still when I listen to music, I see like some sand of the castles, if it's like a piano song, or water, if it's, so it's always visual. I like the first song a lot, and then I like Wheezy. But what's the first song called?
Pop Out.
Pop Out, yeah, I like Pop Out a lot. I like the Evil Cardi. Yeah, we have. Cardi flew me and White Armor to Atlanta in 2017, and we did a lot of songs there. We had one really good song. I wanna take all of the drugs, she want all of the drugs. Yeah, I want all of the drugs. I don't remember what my verse was, but it was good. I thought that I was a really good pop writer, but no one ever said that, so I said, let me show them. I mean, it was more like, oh, it's abstract hip-hop, or, you know. But I always thought that my hooks were really good and were really like worthy of pop songwriting. So then, okay, how do the pros do it? And yeah, I guess we were listening to a lot of like Gwen Stefani and the Britney Spears hits. Maybe not Toxic, but the ones, you know, like Every Time We Touch and stuff like that. Kylie Minogue, and that's that sound. Heaven looks through you. Okay, so today you've been with me. We've been driving around, we've been going to my favorite cafe, we've been relaxing, we've been training, working out, getting a little creative, getting a little bit silly, doing what we do. This is a day in the life of Young Lean. Check out my new album, it's out now, it's called Jonatan, which is my name. It's the best album of the decade, and I hope you feel the same way. You've seen my world, now get the fuck out.